Public Q&A presents AskReddit question. What are some tricks in bed that everyone should know? Change your bed sheets. Having a clean bed sheet really changes the ambience and put your thermostat down a few degrees. Especially after shaving your legs. If you have a fan on low, even if it's not pointed at you, it can create the kind of noise that prevents you from hearing every little house click and thing happening outside. I can't sleep without a fan. It saved me from my neighbor's noises apartment complex. Good advice. Tuck the most inaccessible corner first when changing the sheets. If you're not one of those fancy people with a bed in the middle of a wall, always do the corner first. The corner is always the toughest, and no one likes doing that awkward belly flop push, stretch and tuck wheel movement after the other three corners are locked and loaded. No one likes doing that awkward belly flop push, stretch and tuck wheel movement after the other three corners are locked and loaded. I am happy to see that this is a shared human lesson. When it comes to pillows, quality is more important than quantity. Also, don't sleep in your day wear. If your sheets keep popping off the corners of your mattress, you need deep pocket sheets. Be careful if you make the jump to a king-size bed. There's no going back. Everything else sucks. Journal, date unknown. I fear I may never see my wife again. It seems like an age ago that I said goodnight, as we crawled into our new king-size bed. I rolled over to give her a kiss, but she was lost to me in a veritable desert of sheets, and so I began my journey across the inner spring wasteland. I find no comfort since my comforter went missing. I have lost sight of my pillow 2 years hence, and the madness has begun to set in, but this day I find a break in the monotonous journey. I have discovered a lost civilization comprising of the ancestors of our 2 terriers, who have recognized me as some kind of deity, no doubt due to stories passed down through generations. Dear God, how long have I been out here, searching? They tell me of a legend they call the Great Snorer. They say her rumbling breath can be heard all across these lands when the night is still. I feel like I am going crazy, but I can almost hear it. Could it be her? Could my journey be at an end? Or is it just another siren song, ready to lead me away from my love and into the cold, indifferent company of the cat? I'm so tired. My day cannot get any better after reading this. Might as well go to sleep right now. This is the most accurate thing that I wish I could explain without sounding crazy. It really is such a big difference for everything. I hate that I am back in a queen-sized bed. This does not feel like royalty. NSFW equals nighttime suggestions for wakefulness. Putting one arm under the pillow makes it more comfortable. But then my arm falls asleep due to cutting off circulation. Edit. Cutting off nerves. I don't want nerve damage, guys. Nothing you ever do in bed will feel as good as taking a bath and sliding into a fresh set of sheets. Keeps depression at bay. Shave your legs with that bath one time. Seriously. It's like putting it on 11 here and there. I recommend putting your phone down at least half an hour before bed to ensure a good night's sleep. Like that's ever going to happen. PSHHH, work won't be too bad tomorrow. I can stay on it another 20 minutes. My phone literally taps me on the forehead at least twice to let me know it's time to sleep. Sometimes it actually has a little rest on my face too. Ah yes, the midnight smack. What the hell am I supposed to do for 30 minutes without my phone? I'll watch TV instead, I guess. I think you're supposed to just sit there. No, because he said before you go to bed. So preferably go sit on the floor in your kitchen. Was about to sit on the bathroom floor. We know you typed this in bed. Make sure to place torches all around your bed so monsters don't spawn, and you can jump into bed right away. I use glowstone for the AESTHETICS. Use redstone lanterns tied to a daylight sensor so you get the benefit of the light at night but reduce your electricity bill. Velociraptors can only reach the bottom bunk. I used to sleep on the bottom bunk. The top bunk was off limits. Edit. Thanks for the awards. If you are sleeping with your and they have most of the bed, don't be afraid to just sleep on the floor. I put my head on the corner of my husband's pillow. To take it back, he puts his hand on my head to stabilize and quickly yanks the pillow. Somehow we missed the just sleep on the floor stage. This is why we bought a king-size bed and a dozen pillows. My wife puts a ton of pillows on the bed too. Every time I go to bed, I have to unload and stack 28 pillows, and I feel like I am working on a loading dock. Now you know why they are called throw pillows. You could fulfill your UPS worker dream. Love, you've taken the bed. Guess it's fine if I sleep on yout hats. What I do with my boyfriend, he doesn't mind it, so it's fine. Have at least 3 layers over you when it's cold. Just like clothing, layering your bedding makes it easier to get and stay warm. And you can easily remove single layers if you get too warm. When you're camping, especially in the winter, flip this around. Have 3 layers beneath you for every layer on top. Helps keep you insulated. Oh, and don't use a cot when winter camping because the cold air gets underneath you too and negates your layers. The X blanket layer underneath was a life-changing sleeping experience in a tent. Stick 1 foot outside the duvet. Keeps you remarkably cooler and shows you laugh in the face of monsters. I've only seen this raw power once before. It didn't scare me then, it does now. Is it possible to learn this power? I do this as well. For some reason I think it's a weird blood radiator. Weighted blankets are obscenely comfortable. Edit. For everyone who is asking, weighted blankets are super warm. At least mine is. It's like an extra heavy quilt. Edit 2. I bought this one except in a 30 pounds king version that doesn't seem to be available from that supplier right now. I am pretty happy with it. But it was like $200. Every time I had a friend over, I would just find them snuggled instinctively with my weighted blanket once I showed them its magical powers. They wouldn't let it go and instantly fell asleep and took a nap with it. It has significantly improved my sleep. Highly recommend. Edit. The one I have is this one Luna weighted blanket twin-sized, 48x72, 12 Lpc do have a smaller frame body, and I am rather lightweight. I have the 12 pounds and it works fine for my weight. Do check the chart for your appropriate weight. Any specific brand you'd recommend? I feel like I am the only one who doesn't like weighted blankets. I need to be able to kick my comforter into a tent for my feet, and they're too heavy to kick. If you are peeing in a dream, chances are you just pissed the bed. My favorite line from Golden Girls. Sophia says, I am very regular. I pee every morning at 7:30 on the dot. The problem is that I don't wake up until 8:00. Then grab a brush and put on a little makeup. Should I also hide the scars and fade away the shakeup? I don't find this true at all. I pee in my dreams all the time, and am frustrated because I pee and pee and pee and still feel like I need to go. That's usually when my brain realizes that I am dreaming, and I wake up and go pee for real. I either have that or I can't find a working toilet. Sometimes all the toilets I can find are right out in the middle of public, or I can't find a toilet at all and I am trying to pee in something weird like a flower pot, but people keep catching me. Then I finally wake up because my bladder is about to pop. I freaking hate those dreams. I get similar dreams. Usually I can't find a working toilet, or the toilets I do find are just gross and overflowing, or people keep interrupting me while I try to pee, etc. Usually in those dreams I do eventually find a toilet, and that's when I pee what seems like an endless stream that goes on and my brain is finally all how can I pee this much and still feel like I need to go, which wakes me up. Yep, had the nasty, overflowing toilet once too, or it is out of order. And constantly interrupted. I think it is a war between two parts of my brain. One part just wants relief and is trying to make a scenario where I can relieve myself, and the other part realizes I am asleep and is trying to run interference to stop me. Buy a comforter one size bigger than your bed. For example, if you have a queen-size bed, get a king-size comforter. Edit. Since a lot of you are asking and the answer got buried, if you have a king, then the next size up is Wyoming king followed by Alaska king. After that, go make your own damn blanket. Also, if you sleep with someone else, buy 2 blankets. It will make an incredible difference in the quality of your sleep. So I can sleep with neither of 2 options because she somehow managed to cocoon herself in both. Pro tip: get 3. Then when she's cocooned in 2 of them, get the 3rd from the top of the dresser. 100% my wife will somehow steal the 3rd in her sleep. Eventually, she'll be so swaddled, you can just roll her off the bed. Make sure have a will written first. Zip yourself up into a sleeping bag, it's basically theft-proof. They then use you as a blanket. Okay, why is this my most upvoted comment? Until she does her famous crocodile death roll, and instead of getting slapped in the face you get twisted up and choked to death. We have 3, my wife takes 2, and I have 1, happy we are. But I have a king. Buy 4 twin-size comforters and a roll of duct tape. If the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Remember, I am pulling for you. We're all in this together. I am a man and I can change, if I have to, I guess. You tend to sleep better when the room is a bit colder than normal. Put your thermostat down a few degrees, not only will you sleep better, but you'll save on heating bills in the wintertime if you live in a colder climate. But I like waking up in the middle of the night feeling like I died in my sleep and crossed into some desert hell. Me IRL. To make it worse, my wife is the opposite. So and I are the same way. I wake up feeling like I've been laying on a beach all night, and he feels like a dead body. It's super romantic. So people don't like waking up next to dead bodies on beaches? Yep, when it gets cold for the few days in Florida, I just turn the AC completely off throughout the day, and if I need some warmth, I just launch a game on my computer, and it heats up quick. Weighted blankets. Why use a weighted blanket when I can sleep with the weight of not being enough? Ah, that's a classic. If you have large thighs and sleep on your side, get a pillow for your knees. It will support them better and the guys prevent crushing your bits. Heads work fairly well in the place of a pillow. Or at least that's what my ex said. Well, this is officially my top comment. Does the head need to be attached to a body? In fact, that would make rolling over in the middle of the night simpler. If your mattress is old and starting to feel uncomfortable, instead of replacing it, buy a $100 mattress topper. It can make your mattress feel new again, and give you a few more years of use before you need to replace it. Laying on your left promotes digestion as gravity moves food through and cuts down on heartburn. I get terrible nightmares when I sleep on my left side. Not sure why. Edit. Wow, OMG, this blew up, rip my inbox. But seriously, sorry for not replying to everyone. I'll do that now, and thank you for all the suggestions. Probably facing a mirror. My dad got severe nightmares from laying on his back. Some sort of childhood trauma, he fell backwards down a well apparently. Just sharing a story really, but yeah, you're not weird for it. If you make your twin beds into bunk beds, there is so much room for activities. Like practicing karate in the garage. Did we just become best friends? Switching the direction you lay in the bed makes it feel like a new bed. And if you sleep in a big bed alone, switch sides every once in a while or sleep in the middle. Sometimes your brain is conditioned to think you have less room than you really do. Big bed all alone, make sure to spread your arms and legs and take as much space as possible to keep the ghosts from joining or periodically flipping or rotating the mattress. It also extends the mattress longevity. This and other comments like this on a NSFW post has officially made this the best comment section in Reddit, in my opinion. If you get rid of the bed frame and set it on the floor, it prevents the monsters from hiding under it for extra bedroom safety. However, this does make it more likely a cockroach will climb on you as you sleep. When I went to Indonesia on business, I took a nap when we got to the hotel. It was dark when my boss knocked on the door to rouse me for dinner. I turned on the light and there were a bunch of cockroaches on the floor. I screamed like a girl and told him I wanted to stay somewhere else. He told me they don't crawl up the feet of the bed. I believed him, the fucking liar. We did end up moving to a cockroach-free place a day later. Edit. Indonesia is an awesome, gorgeous country with fabulous, friendly people. Went there for 2 weeks vacation a couple of years ago. Stayed in a better class of hotel. Food was so delicious and cheap. If you can't sleep, count sheep. Don't count endangered animals, you will run out. Thanks, Mitch. Don't eat crackers in bed. I wouldn't kick you out of bed for eating crackers. That's the comment I was looking for. Don't eat anything in bed. No matter how neat of an eater you think you are, you will always leave crumbs or stains or bits of food or drink in there. Except pussy. Edit. Ass is okay too, if that's your thing. No cake, though. Too many times have I thought that I've learned this lesson, only to find myself curled up with a roll of Ritz, watching TV, in bed yet again. If you must, bite down with your teeth while your lips form a loose seal, and inhale slightly so the crumbs fall into your mouth. The trick is to open your jaws while the lips are still sealed when you inhale. Air moving past the lips is fast, but it slows down inside your mouth, and the crumbs fall down. Edit. Alright, obviously, don't inhale too hard, but the reason why the crumbs drop is that the air speed drops, moving past a narrow passage into the more open mouth. It is how shop vacs work. Yes, I realize I just compared my mouth to a shop vac. Directions unclear. Currently asphyxiating on cracker dust. Progressive muscle relaxation. Start relaxing your feet, then your calves and thighs. Move upwards and relax your back muscles, your arms and shoulders. Take some deep breaths. Relax your neck muscles and jawline. You will fall asleep in peace. Progressively relax your muscles. He's already relaxed all his muscles. He can't relax them any further. Edit. Thanks, everyone. Never in my whole life have I been able to do this. Every time I try, it's like my body becomes defiant and tenses up further to spite me. Also tried yoga. Didn't work out too well. The whole time, my brain was screaming like it was on fire. There might be something wrong with me. An alternative to this I've seen is to tense all major muscle groups, so think about tensing or flexing every muscle in your body for 5 to 15 seconds, whatever feels normal to you. Then relax them all. The flow from one end of your body is about consciously relaxing everything. Everyone tends to hold stress somewhere. So even if you tell someone to relax everything, they won't relax their jaw or shoulders. If you think you can't, I'd say try tensing, then let go and think like a laser is scanning your body, and if the laser touches, ask yourself if you're still tensing that. Are you trying to tell me I can rest in peace if I do this? Negotiate the level of white noise in your bedroom before committing to sleeping together. I made a bad bargain and 17 years later, I am still paying for this mistake. ETA. We've talked about it, and this is a hill he is willing to die on and I am not. I love sleeping in the same room more than I hate the fan. Even though I do hate the fan. Compromising on the issues that are more important to your partner is what gets you to 17 years, I guess. The even more ridiculous part is that the dogs that sleep in our room are now trained to like it. So sometimes when he is gone and I try to sleep in silence, the dogs will lay in front of the fan and growl and bark until I turn it on because they like the noise and the wind in their hair. And I am a pushover and turn it on for them because I love my puppies even more than I love silence. What is it? A white noise machine? TV? Talk radio? Orangutan tied to a karaoke machine? A big-ass box fan. I hate it so much. Eventually they die, but he just has backups. When he is out of town, I relish the silence. Ears ring too much. Stayed at a friend's house watching it, and taking care of doggos. Damn, is it dead quiet in their place. I had to run home and grab a fan to sleep the next few nights. I require a fan to sleep whether I am alone or not because 1. I have tinnitus and the ringing in my ears gets painful, and it's so distracting I can't sleep, and 2. I also have misophonia, and I cannot stand my BFS breathing noises. My dream is to find someone else with misophonia, so that they understand just how much I can hate the sound of their mouth, but still love them. For me it's eating noises, particularly right behind me. I am a pretty calm guy, it normally takes me a lot to get any kind of angry, but someone eating in the room with me infuriates me to the point of losing the ability to think. It's totally irrational and frustrating. Sign that said if I can hear you chew, I am fantasizing about your death. Totally, completely accurate. Also totally irrational and makes me even angrier about it because I know it is. I feel your pain. If you fall backwards onto the bed and lift your legs, you can turn the momentum into a little backwards roll, which looks pretty cool. I just tried this and I fell on my ass. I've done this in the past and rolled off the bed. In the past, like 5 minutes ago. Turn the pillow upside down when it's hot. Like the other side of the pillow. Or get a buckwheat pillow, and it will always be cool. Make sure to cover your whole body with the blanket for extra defense against the darkness. The chainsaw's coming for my feet. Hey Bart, you want to see my new chainsaw and hockey mask? Never, and I mean never, eat an everything bagel in bed. The results are devastating. I still get poppy seeds in my butt crack. Edit. Wow, to wake up to a lot of comments and some awards. Thank you, kind Redditers. I have a joke about poppy seeds. A guy goes into a small grocery store. He sees a pile of potatoes and asks the storekeeper, "What are those?" "Those are potato scan. I have a kilo of potatoes individually wrapped." The storekeeper shakes his head and start wrapping potatoes. "What are those?" "Those are plums." "Can I have a kilogram of plums all individually wrapped?" The storekeeper cusses under his breath and starts packing plums. "And what are those?" "Those are poppy seeds and they are not for sale." Why would you lead with the punchline? I still laughed. Since this was tagged NSFW. Don't work from your bed if you're working from home. Separating your workspace from relaxation space will help you be more productive when you're working and disengage from work when you're done. Bold of you to assume I value productivity over comfort. LPT, buy a second bed for your home office. And another bed for eating. Another for sex. Unless you want to get hungry and horny before you fall asleep. Many people will say that a good mattress can change your life, but they often neglect to mention that a good pillow can have a similar effect. Match your sheet color to the color of your dog. After having a white husky and dark blue bed set, it's disturbing to see how much hair there is. My dog has beige fur. My cat is tuxedo. Sleep with your own blankets. I seriously don't know how couples share a blanket. I like to roll up like a lil burrito. If you're covered head to toe with your blanket, the bad guys in the dark cannot legally attack you. Edit. Oh well damn, I have an internet award now, thanks for that and all the cake day wishes 3. One trick I am quite fond of is short sheeting. You pull the sheet all the way up to the head of the bed, and then you fold the bottom up to sit where the top usually is just in front of the pillows. When someone tries to get into bed they won't be able to stretch their legs out, and it is hilarious. For those like me who had a hard time visualizing. Web address. I am dumb and still not understanding this, haha. Edit. Wait, I get it now. Yeah, I don't get it either. Basically you fold the top sheet in half like a taco, so both ends are now at the top of the bed. The lower half you tuck under the mattress, so it looks like the normal fitted sheet. Now when someone tries to get in the bed, they will lift the top half, stick their legs in, but not be able to stick them past the middle of the bed. Thank you for explaining this. My grandma always used to tell me about how she and her brother would short sheet each other, and I could never understand what the hell it meant until now. If you get a running start before you flip the light switch off, you decrease the chance of monsters under the bed being able to snatch at your feet before you make it to the safety of the bed. Edit. No, I will not bow to the AI overlords and get smart bulbs. Is it weird that I am 23 and still afraid? No, not weird. I am 37. I am old enough to be your dad, and every night, when I shut off all the lights, I think about hands grabbing at my feet as I go upstairs. I don't really relax until I am safely under my bulletproof sheet. Late 30s still have to be in bed before the toilet stops running after the flush. At least I am not the only one. Lamp next to the bed works every time. However, the bedroom light to the hallway light to the bathroom light. Get an electric blanket and tuck it under your fitted sheet. Use the controls to preheat your bed on cold nights. In the wintertime, change your mattress cover to flannel. It will never get cold. Before you get into bed, wipe off surface for crumbs and detritus. Pull the comforter, or bottom sheet taut, and tuck deeply in each corner for stability. Fluff pillows. Ensure the duvet inner is pulled to each corner and sits nicely in the cover. Correctly align the duvet to 90 degrees, and ensure it's aligned evenly across both sides. Give a quick shake of the duvet to freshen the air underneath. Always tuck the bottom of your duvet under your feet. There's room for this as your duvet is one size larger than your bed. Ensure all LED lights of any kind are covered over with black tape. Jam newspaper into any door that might wiggle in the wind. Ensure curtains, or blinds, are all the way down and wedged into the window indentation so there's no gap for light around the sides. Ensure you have wax or silicone earplugs. Lie awake for 2 hours thinking vaguely about computer games, or what you'd do if you won $1 billion. You think I am kidding? Building a pillow fort around you surprisingly makes you feel a lot more comfortable while sleeping. This is most wholesome post. I believe the intention was for dirty responses, and I have learned so much from the positive comments. I scrolled looking for this. I can't tell if Reddit misinterpreted or it's one big collaboration. Definitely on purpose. The NSFW tag is a heavy indicator of this. It's not uncommon when the top post or two is doing a play on the ops question for everyone to feed into it. I believe there's been multiple in the past. One every single person did the same exact comment, but that was like for 5 years ago, at least. Not sure where it is. There was one where every single answer mentioned Danny DeVito. Quite possibly my favorite Reddit post ever. Another one of the greats is the post where everybody replied in Spanish. Things that really help me perform better. Eating a small snack 30 to 60 minutes before. Do it consistently the same time each night, and again at the same time every morning. Stay away from alcohol, sugary foods, even starchy foods 4 to 6 hours before. That big plate of pasta 2 hours before isn't doing you any favors. Earplugs can be a great aid in a noisy environment. If you live somewhere dry, using nasal gel right beforehand, it prevents nosebleeds. Don't forget to brush and floss. I feel like that goes without saying. Don't rush into it, ease your way in, relax. Starting slow is key. Going to the bathroom and drinking water right before always help me, just part of my routine though. I genuinely can't tell which approach to the question this answer is taking. Don't share covers with a companion. Let them have their own, and take joy in the comfort of covers that are yours. No fighting over covers, no conflicts over what kinds of covers are preferred for anything other than decoration. Bring your own when you sleep if you must. If you're one of those weird people who can fall asleep holding someone else and stay asleep, then I envy you. For everyone else, personal covers solve everything. I have multiple pillows depending on how my body wants me to sleep that night. There's firm, medium, soft, and sex. Set the room to absolute 0, then cover up in 13 blankets. Don't watch TV right before trying to go to sleep. Listen to music or read a book. Your mind needs less sensory input to be lulled to sleep. Wow! You are still with us. Thanks for being such a nice person. As long as you are here, why not like this video and subscribe to our channel? Also, you can press the bell icon, so you won't miss any future uploads.